Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going deep into the world of NLP and hypnosis.
Okay.
But we're not talking about the usual techniques and stuff.
Right.
We're looking at the foreword of this book called The Lost Secrets Too Dangerous for NLP.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that title
I know, right?
sounds intense.
Yeah, and the author, Michael Harris,
Okay.
he says that there are these things he calls invisible threads that, shape our reality.
Interesting.
So I'm really curious to, unpack that with you today.
Yeah, let's do it.
What are these invisible threads all about? How do they actually, work?
Well, it's kind of like this, we each have our own internal map of the world, right?
Yeah.
Like built from all our experiences and beliefs and interpretations.
Makes sense.
These threads are like the underlying patterns of language and thought that make up that map.
Okay.
And they're often unconscious, but they're really what guides how we see and interact with everything around us.
So if they're unconscious, how do we even become aware of them, let alone understand how they work?
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it? So Harris argues that language is like a mirror,
Okay.
reflecting those hidden threads.
Interesting.
So by carefully observing someone's language patterns,
Yeah.
their word choices, metaphors, even their rhythm,
Mm.
we can kind of start to decode the hidden structure of their map.
Oh, so it's like you can actually see into their mind.
Exactly.
Wow.
Like Harris says in the book.
Yeah.
When you learn to read that mirror, you don't just hear their words. You see into their thoughts. You feel their emotions. You step inside their world.
Whoa.
For a moment, you live their experience.
That's pretty powerful. Can you give me a real world example of this language as a mirror idea?
Sure.
How does it actually play out?
Imagine you're listening to someone describe a work project that's been really challenging.
Okay.
They might say something like, I feel trapped in this situation. Like I'm hitting a brick wall every time I try to move forward.
Oh yeah, I've definitely felt that way before.
Right. So that language reveals the sense of being stuck.
Of feeling powerless.
Okay.
So by recognizing those metaphors, you get a deeper understanding of their emotional state and how they're experiencing it.
So it's not just what they're saying, but how they're saying it.
Exactly.
But Harris argues that even this level of understanding, isn't enough for true mastery, right?
Right. Yeah.
He says just learner techniques isn't the whole picture.
Yeah, he makes a really good point there.
What's your take on that?
Well, mastering NLP and hypnosis,
Yeah.
it's not just about collecting a toolbox of techniques, right?
Yeah.
It's about cultivating the ability to really see the world through another person's eyes,
Okay.
to understand their internal map on a deeper level.
So it's not just about influencing others, it's about empathy and genuine connection.
Exactly. When you can step outside your own framework
Yeah.
and into someone else's reality, that's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Imagine resolving conflict, building stronger relationships, motivating yourself more effectively,
Yeah.
all by tapping into this deeper level of understanding. So it all comes back to the power of perspective. Yeah. Shifting your viewpoint to truly grasp another person's internal map.
Absolutely.
It's like you're saying that there's this whole universe hidden within the way we use language. And once you learn to see it, it changes everything.
Precisely.
It's about recognizing those subtle nuances and how they reflect our innermost thoughts and feelings.
Mm-hmm.
There's a depth to communication that goes beyond the surface. And that's where the real magic lies.
That's where the magic is.
So as we kind of come up from this deep dive into the foreword of The Lost Secrets Too Dangerous for NLP, the key takeaway seems to be that there's this hidden layer to how we communicate.
Yeah.
A layer that reveals the structure of our reality.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? How much are we missing by just focusing on the words themselves, not the deeper patterns they reveal?
Exactly. What hidden aspects of someone's worldview might we uncover if we pay closer attention